All right, guys. So right now we're going to talk about phase changes, and there's 6 phase changes because we have 3 phases of matter. So you got solid, liquid, gas. All right, and I've written these arrows in different colors for a reason. Phase changes are dependent upon intermolecular forces because intermolecular forces dictate how tightly things stick together. So here, when we have a blue arrow, so gas to solid, gas to liquid, here you have something that loses energy because a gas is a higher energy state than a liquid or a solid because the particles are moving all over. In order for this to occur, you need things to be cooled down. All right, we need to remove the energy. These are called exothermic processes. The energy is released, it's given up. All right, and that energy usually is heat. So this energy is removed. Now, the red ones, this is where we have to gain energy. They warm up. We understand this. If we want to turn a liquid to a gas, like boiling water, you have to warm it up. That's endothermic. That means it absorbs heat. Now, one of the things about these two, and we're going to get to thermodynamics next. And thermodynamics, I know it's going to sound crazy, but it's actually really cool because it's the flow of energy or the flow of heat. So when you're boiling water, all right, you're putting energy into the water, but it's going to feel hot to you, all right, because your hand is colder than the pan. All right. Now, exothermic, where something's releasing heat, that's like when you put water in the freezer to make ice cubes. All right. What that cold air is doing is it's removing the energy from the water. So it's exothermic. And now there are 6 phase changes, and we're going to name them. All right. So here, gas and liquid. When you go from a gas to a liquid, it's called condensation. Liquid to gas, it's called vaporization, not evaporation, vaporization. Liquid to solid freezing. Solid to liquid is called fusion. I don't know why, but that's what it's called. Uh, now, this is what's interesting. Gas and solids, kind of this weird thing. A gas straight to a solid is called deposition. It's like the gas is being deposited. And then a solid to a gas is called sublimation. If you've ever seen dry ice, that's what's going on. All of these we could talk about with water. All right. All right. So water condenses on grass in the morning when it's a little cool. You have dew. Liquid to gas, water boils. Liquid to solid, that you can put water in the freezer and it'll freeze. And then solid to liquid, ice cubes melt. Now the gas to solid stuff, you've actually seen it before. If you drive, those nights where it doesn't snow, it's clear, but you wake up in the morning and there's like frost all over your windshield. The water vapor in the air has been deposited on your windshield as a solid. So that occurs. And then if you put an ice cube tray in the freezer and just like wait like 2 months before you check it again, you'll see that some of that water is gone. All right. So this happens with water. And right here, what we need is these two definitions right there. Endothermic, it absorbs energy or heat, needs to get warmer. You got to put energy in. Exothermic releases heat. It comes off. All right. So in order for this to happen, it needs to get colder. And this sort of hot and cold stuff is going to get a little confusing when we jump into thermodynamics, but you'll see what's going on.